I can't hear the audio on that.
No. Okay, we're live, guys. Welcome everybody to day 3 of TDeFi International Pitch event. I'm here with Oh Hey Matty and a special guest, Lavenia Young, or Lavenia Young. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Lavenia.
Yeah, that's correct.
We did have plans to have Hartej here from Zokyo.
No, we got Hartej here.
Oh, he is here. Oh, okay. I take everything
back. I can't see him. Can you hear us, Hartej? Hey. Hey, but I think you're muted.
Hey guys, trying to get connected, having situations.
No worries. How you feeling?
Okay. I got better and then it started getting worse again.
I hear that happens. It's kind of a weird thing.
I was starting to feel better, so I was aggressively trying to fly, and I was like, "Hey, can I come to Dubai? I'll come. Sounds good. Flights are cheap." And no longer feel like.
Did you lose your taste buds? I hear that's something too.
Say again?
Did you lose your taste buds at all?
Yeah, I lost my taste and smell. I got taste back. Smell is on its way.
Wow.
So I gotta ask my wife if I got BO or something now.
Well, there we go, guys. Breaking news. One of our special guests is recovering from COVID, but I'm glad he's here. We were worried he might not make it. There we are, the guys from Dubai. Say hello, guys.
Hey.
It
would have been great if you were here, but thank God you're at least on the live stream and you're healthy, live and kicking. And Lavender, it has been quite a while. Good to have you here again. We're expecting you probably the only mentor in the channel in our board that can give us a vibe of how things are happening in China, especially with the DeFi ecosystem. Would love to hear that from you. While Zokyo already is contributing to the existing portfolio of projects in the pilot cohort, I expect a wonderful session today from both of our mentors.
Yeah, great to have you guys here. Why don't you, Matt, quickly just do a quick rundown of the schedule today, and then maybe Hartej and Lavenia, you guys can just maybe give us sort of 10 minutes from your experience of, incubating, in terms of helping projects, advisory, and things like that, because that would be great.
Okay, yeah, I'll run through the schedule real quick. So at the moment, we're in the middle of the opening remarks. 9:15, we'll be doing AIM Pay, that's EST. That'll be followed up by Picking Right, then Knit Finance. Both of those all three of those are doing pitches for the TDeFi incubator. Then we get into the AMAs and presentations. So we'll be doing XBTC and Kylan Network. We'll be doing Royal Finance. PlotX is in the midst of trying to reschedule, so I'm dealing with the tech team on that. In the second break, or in the second session, we'll be doing DeFi Pi, Terra Virtua, Singularity DAO, a pitch by D21, and Finance Vote. That looks to be it.
It's a pretty packed day, I think. I'm looking forward to a lot of these new pitches. And for anyone that isn't aware, once again, we don't know too much about these projects. We've kind of come in blind to make a little bit more impactful. But yeah, let me pass over to Hartej and Lavenia. I'm sure these guys would much want to hear about your experiences about working in this space, advising, mentoring, and things like that.
Shall I start, or shall Hartej start first?
Yeah, now that you're started already, let's take it from you.
I got some problem with my camera, so I'm not going to on my camera, so I need to apologize. Okay, I'm Lavender Young. I right now work for 7X Ventures as an investment partner. I stepped into the crypto industry since 2018, And initially, I was over monitoring an accelerator that has its operation branch office in Korea called Trainers. It tried to become the bridge between the China market and the Korea market. In the first 2 years, we brought a lot of projects from China to Korea and vice versa. At the same time, we also help a lot of projects from international wise to land in Korea. We help them raise money and try to help them to have a better understanding of the Korean market, to help them to build up the communities, kind of things. And in 2020, which this year, I became the investment partner of 7X Ventures, which is a pretty new fund with a total cap of $10 million. But all the funding partners have great experience in the crypto industry for like 3 to 4 years. Some of them are the early investors of big exchanges like Huobi and MXC.com. And some of the funding partners are the big, very early player to hold and mine Bitcoins. And I also jump in to be a valuable assets to the team, because I spend most of the time in the kind of acceleration and incubation, which I did for like 2 more years. The most recent project that we have invested include Vega Protocol, Opium, Dodo DEX, Delphi, and basically we focus on DeFi and Polkadot eco projects. So it's very interesting. This year we know how DeFi has changed the market and how amazing it has become. So we study a lot. We are very tech driven. We like to see more interesting projects to come out, and we really want to help them to be more successful in the Asian market. So this is how we do, because we at the same time we do not invest our money. We also invest our connections. Like we tell them how to come into China and how to be more successful in some areas where we have a lot of resources, like Vietnam, Korea, Japan, and Thailand, even Indonesia. So we are trying to be more hands-on, trying to work with the project we have invested closely to make sure then we can be part of their team as well. We have a phone call with the project that we have invested like on a weekly basis to get the latest update and see how their progress is. Trying to be more input. That basically what we have been doing right now.
Good to hear that, Lavender. Could you also give us probably an idea to all the startups that are about to engage or are already engaged or have been a part of this pitch session, about how can they make the most out of this connection with you being a TDeFi mentor? Because for those who don't know, the structure in TDeFi is that it's a big pool of mentors truly contributing towards the community, trying to bring the best projects forward, and these mentors bring in the experience, resources, investments, and everything to boost the project. So what sort of resources and mentorship and assistance can these startups expect from you being a TDeFi mentor?
I think it can be 2 parts. One is I'm a founder. Personally, I'm a founder of the Alliance, which is a large community alliance in China, and we are very well connected to all the DeFi influencers as well as community leaders. So we can help to of course we also act as an syndicator. So on the fundraising side, we can contribute a little bit. If a project that we find is with good quality, we can help them with the to promote them with our connections, to let a lot of influencers know and help to promote the project together. The second is I have been reviewing a lot of projects, so we can also contribute a little bit on how to design the token economy, like the Dodo Finance. We're the only seed investor in China, while the rest of the investors are all big names like Framework, Coinbase Ventures, DCG, Digital Galaxy, Verify, and Binance Labs. All are the very big names. But why we can become their seed investor? Because we contribute a lot on the design of their token economy, or as well as the strategy of the funding strategy, and help them with our connection as well. So they found us as valuable assets. So that is also something that I can contribute to the project, which is accelerated or incubated by TDeFi. So I think that is know-how I can bring in from the China market.
Great to hear that, Lavender. Can we, have the same inputs, or maybe a little about yourself, Hartej, and then a few lines on the same thing?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Lavender. I'll let you finish.
No. I finished. I got myself.
Great to connect with you again, Lavender. Last time I heard you on Zoom as well. It's not like we met at a conference. But we were talking about Credo, you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for having me. Thank you, TDeFi, for organizing this. It's especially during COVID, I think it's super important that you guys took this initiative. So much so that I initially was planning on flying to Dubai. I was like, hey, Matt, you're doing this event. Sounds awesome. I'm not that far away. I'm currently speaking to you from Ukraine, where we have a pretty large team now. We've grown that team. We've nearly doubled the size of our team since COVID started, mostly blockchain security engineers and blockchain engineers. That's our real focus, is on development and security. And yeah, from my side, being in the space, to give you some background on myself and how I got into crypto, I used to run I'm born and raised in New Jersey. I went to a tech startup accelerator called Startup Chile, where the Chilean government gave me $40,000 equity free. So after graduating college, I was an entrepreneur for a bit. I taught myself how to code, and I flew down to Chile, spent a year there, started a startup, and started reading a lot about Bitcoin while I was down there. And after that, I moved to Las Vegas, was running my startup, which was a mobile point of sale system for fintech, for high volume restaurants. We were doing tableside payments, tableside ordering, all integrated to legacy point of sale systems. But really, I would spend all my time talking to my friends about Bitcoin. And my friends and I started mining wherever we could find electricity. And we were connecting the dots with our dad's old friends who have much more money than we did at the time. And we were like, hey, you guys need to buy Bitcoin. This is the future. We were evangelizing. We found local people that were running a small Bitcoin meetup, which eventually, when Ethereum came around, that meetup died. So we gave it resurgence. So me and my friends can take a little bit of credit for basically running and growing the Las Vegas crypto meetup. And when Ethereum came around, my friend Yoseb Kwan and I started Hosho because we, as we were investing personal into the Ethereum ICOs, in critical vulnerabilities that you could even catch with your naked eye in these smart contracts. And we realized that these smart contracts are going to have to be audited by multiple third parties after a internal audit. By the way, is my sound okay? It just said my internet connection was unstable. Is it okay
You
now?
dropped for a second, but you're good now.
Cool. Feel free to interrupt me, by the way, if anyone has any questions or anything. I'm not formal. So yeah, we started this company called Hosho, which in Japanese means security, in honor of Satoshi Nakamoto's name sounding Japanese. Who knows if he or she or the group of entities behind Bitcoin actually is Japanese, but in honor of that, yeah, Hosho was named security, and we audited more ICOs than anybody else in the space. We never wanted to do a token because we didn't think it's moral for a smart contract auditor to have their own token. And we grew that company to 37 people in 14 months, did about 4 million in revenue in the first 14 months of business, just auditing smart contracts. And that company is now turned into Zokyo, where we're still running a security division, but we've also built up a substantial development division. And so we're happy to support TDeFi companies, both from a development angle as well as a security angle. Our advice to companies is definitely to value security at an earlier stage. And that's not just smart contract auditing, that's and allocating and budget for auditing. It's actually, it starts with your online presence, your two-factor authentication. Do you have a hardware key to back up your passwords? Do you use a unique password for every single login? Do you have a good password manager? Have you thought about this for all of the entire team that's involved? Have you thought about this for the whole team plus their loved ones, their wives, their kids? And have you engaged with a third-party security expert to at least be on call and to come help you establish some systems? I know a lot of early stage companies don't have a chief security officer at the earliest stage, but truth is they need to be thinking at the bare minimum about their own security controls. Are your employees using a corporate laptop or a personal laptop? When have you time to get your code audited? When have you time to get your website through a penetration test? Something else that we handle. My recommendation for the growth of DeFi and the crypto space is for teams to get their code audited before the token generation event. There is a trend right now in DeFi to launch lots of projects before the code is audited. And I think that is the wrong direction for this space. And I'll tell you that as an auditor, we have been doing a lot more than security auditing for more than 90% of the projects that we speak with. We're not just auditing the code, we're actually going in and realizing that by the time we do just a manual audit, that this contract might need some serious rewriting, and you need to hire us as a consultant before an auditor and have a separate team help you rewrite what it is you're trying to accomplish. And it's not just about security, it's also about efficiency. Like, we're looking at things like how to save on gas fees with a better function. And we're like, why did you use this function versus that function? And you know, we often are doing 2 re-audits included in our package. And we partner with Consensus Diligence and a handful of other top tier auditors that we know we can respect the quality of their audits, because a lot of the top tier companies that we are doing security work for will want 2, 3, if not 4 audits. And we're happy to be the last one.
Thank you, Artej. I think we already have the pitch waiting, so I'm sorry, I'll have to cut you a little in this line. But the way it works is that we request our mentors, all of us, to hang along on the call for as long as they may, and be a part of these pitch sessions. And while we have breaks and switching between sessions, we get into conversations like that and discuss this thoroughly with examples of the ongoing pitches. And then by the end of session 1 of the day, we have a panel where we conclude and discuss all the important points with the AMAs and the projects in the AMAs and presentations, all of that in mind, in perspective.
Yeah, I think for a moment the first pitch left the chat. I think he's coming back. Hartej, I didn't realize you were also a Jersey boy. If you can you hear us?
Jersey
I think his
boy
internet.
Yeah,
I'm from.
yeah, I'm from And I was living in New York City in East Village for a while, and my brother's still in Brooklyn, and mom's in Jersey.
I love the East Village. It's such an amazing place. Partying down there.
Yeah.
I'm from South Jersey, though. I'm right outside Philadelphia, but it's always nice to see local boys.
Yeah, for sure, Jersey rep. And yeah, I spent a lot of time in South Jersey, Cherry Hill, and
Nice.
Philly. Spent a lot of time in Philly. My brother went to college in Philly, so for like 7 years while he was in pharmacy school down there, I was spending a lot of time at USP and Penn, Drexel.
That's cool. Yeah, I lived in Cherry Hill for a little bit too. Do we have the? Oh, here we come. I think the next pitch is coming in. Have we switched over the YouTube video? Waiting for confirmation from the production team.
Hi, Kamal. Is it Kamal or Kamal? You're on mute, brother.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
hi,
pretty much. Hi.
Hi, Kamal. How are you?
Is this Kamal or Kamal?
You can call me Kamal. Kamal.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.